For the missing data, we have two options. Either we can drop those rows or columns or fill those empty cells with some value. Now there is an entire theory of how those value can be filled. Some use average, some use medium. It really depends on the kind of data you have and the field from which you have that data. So you can Google and read more about it. For now, we are just going to see how to fill the value here. Now let's say we want to fill some value here. So for that we have fill any method. Let's check the signature. We need to put the value which we want to fill there, and then we have other parameters like method, axis and in place here. So for the value parameter, we need to pass in the value which we want to fill the empty cells with, and then we have a parameter called method. We have backfill. So what it will do is it will take the value from the next row or column and fill the empty cell with that value. Basically, this methods will copy over the same value which is given in the data frame in the other cells in the same row or column, and we can use that same value to fill the empty cells here. Axis is once again 0 for row and 1 for column. So if you want to copy the value from the rows, you can use 0. If you want to copy the value through the column, you can use 1 here. Again, in place, turn this to true if you want to retain the values. So what we'll do here is, let's pass in a value here, and I will pass in a string to show you what it does. So it took all of those NA cells and fill this value here. You can also use different methods to fill this. So let's say we have our first column here. We can use fill NA method, and you can pass in the value for this column. Take the mean of this column and fill the empty cell with the mean of the values in the remaining cells of this column. And similarly, you can fill other empty cells in the data frame as well.